Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as we rise to sing our national anthem, we celebrate the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner, which was written on September 14, 1814, by Francis Scott Key, observing the British attack on Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor during the War of 1812, and whose bicentennial we currently observe. Let us honor the service and sacrifices made by Americans in that war and in every other conflict this great nation has fought, and to preserve our peace and freedom. This announcement provided by the Tennessee War of 1812 Bicentennial Commission.
In September 1814, during the War of 1812, a British fleet sailed up the Chesapeake Bay and closed in on Baltimore, Maryland. The bustling port was one of the largest cities in the young United States and a rich prize. To capture it, the British had to get past Fort McHenry, which guarded the harbor. As the ships crept upstream, their crews could see a gigantic American flag fluttering on the fort's walls. On September 13th, the big British guns took aim at the flag and let loose a horrifying fire, including huge bombshells that often blew up in midair. When dark fell, gunpowder-filled Congreve rockets traced fiery arcs across the night sky. It was a spectacular sight. Francis Scott Key had an amazing, agonizing view of the battle. The young American lawyer had set out to a British warship before the fight began to gain the release of a friend being held prisoner. He succeeded, but the British grew concerned he might have picked up information about their plans. So he detained him as the attack got underway. Key had no choice but to wait out the night, pacing the deck and hoping the fort could hold out. When dawn's light finally came on September 14th, he spotted the stars and stripes still proudly waving through the smoke. Fort McHenry stood and the British were giving up. Overcome with emotion, Key scribbled a few lines that began, "Oh say, can you see, by the dawn's early light." A few days later, the poem was printed and distributed in Baltimore. People began singing the words to a popular tune, and soon the Star-Spangled Banner was a hit. More than a century later, in 1931, Congress designated the song as our national anthem.
Five.